Hey everybody, I'm just making a quick video. I'm at work. I just go back to the grocery store for my client, but I'm just asking for prayers from my fellow Christians out there who actually care. I understand, and I'm always preaching about humility, okay? It is necessary for a Christian to remain humble, meek and humble, right? You don't want to lose your temper, you don't want to be angry, you never want to make decisions out of anger, all that stuff. Well, I have been really struggling with humility lately, and I've been just letting everybody have it lately, and I guess just cutting ties and ending friendships and all kinds of stuff lately because I've just had it. And I understand it's probably pride that is causing me to be so offended. I mean, it's been building up for years, but for example, today, I just had to have a firm argument with my boss or my client because of a lot of things. And I've been putting up with it and being nice and patient and kind and taking the harassment. And I'm just literally, I threatened to walk off the job and quit today and then finally I got an apology and he stopped. But it was getting out of hand with the perverted talk about women and the degrading talk and the pornography and the just every stupid thing out of his mouth all through the entire shift every day. Now, as a Christian who's trying to be pure, it is very offensive and annoying, okay? And disrespectful, okay? He's an atheist, I'm not, he knows this, and he just tries to get a rise out of me. I spend hours working with integrity. I've worked for him for a couple years now, right? And it's, I'll spend hours cooking. I go shopping for him, I go cooking, I give him I spend hours cooking all these things. He's very picky, right? Typical rich person. And then every single time, it doesn't matter what it is, how obvious it is, soon as I put the plate in front of him, what's this? What's this? And I'm like, now I'm starting to be like, what does it look like? Like, it looks like steak and broccoli to me. Well, there you go, Sherlock, it's steak and broccoli. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I mean, stupid questions require stupid answers because silence doesn't work. And just constantly bragging about how poor his money and how poor I am. And today it really got me mad. I work with integrity and I am a very honest person to a T, like too honest. I don't steal. I never would. Okay. And I'm in charge of his house. And so he says to me today, first of all, he started accusing me again of something I didn't do, and it's got to be him because it's not me. When I got there, I was trained very thoroughly on where everything must go, and don't touch this, and don't do that, and make sure this is always this way, and blah, blah, blah. And I've been doing it that way. Well, sometimes when I'm not there, which is rare, someone else has to fill in for me, and they might put something in the wrong drawer or the wrong spot. Or he does sometimes, because he forgets. Well, he accused me of putting things in the wrong drawers. And I'm like, no, I know where they go. You trained me. I did. Yeah, years ago when you trained me thoroughly, I do everything exactly as you want it. Even when it makes no sense at all, I have to do it. Even if it makes more work for myself, I do it because I'm your employee. And so you have to be happy. And so he's accusing me of stuff I don't do. Fine. Blame it on his old age. Okay. But today really upset me. And I snapped at him. I almost quit. Because he said to me, there's some silver missing in the house. I know you're really poor. You and Donna are really poor. You're not stealing it, are you? And I'm like, and I said, excuse me? He's like, well, I just feel, I know you're poor and this and that. And so, I have a lot of valuable things in the house. He's like, I just got to ask, because sometimes it seems like I'm missing stuff. And I'm like, nobody comes into this house but me, for the most part. And I don't even have a key. And I certainly don't steal. What do you think's missing? Well, there's some silver forks and stuff. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to steal silver forks and bring them to my mobile home. What am I going to melt them down and make jewelry out of it? I mean, what a stupid thing. If I was going to steal something, it certainly wouldn't be silverware. Okay? Second of all, we don't even use the silverware. It really, really, really bothered me. Now, I tried not to say anything, but I was hurt. Because here's someone who needs to trust me with everything. And I've been there for 2 years working in this home. And for you to ask me if I've ever... And then he went on to say, well, how do I know you haven't been stealing from me? I mean, I don't know. It's a big house. There's a lot of valuable things. I mean, you know, I wouldn't know if you were stealing my mother's things or... Now, his mother's been dead like 30 years. Or maybe her jewelry or what. I'm like, no, I don't touch any of that stuff. I'm not allowed to. Remember, you have a cleaning crew for that. I don't touch anything in the house other than my area. Okay? So I just handle the kitchen and the dining room and, you know, phone calls and I don't clean your house. You have a cleaning team that comes in every week. Maybe they're stealing. I don't know. They certainly don't do a good job cleaning because there's dust and cobwebs all over everything. So I don't know what you're paying these people, but you're getting ripped off because this place is filthy. But that's your problem, not mine. And he's like, well, they would never steal from me. I'm like, well, what makes you think I would? I'm just asking. I get curious once in a while. How do I know? I'm like, if you don't trust me after 2 years of being in your home, shame on you. Okay? So finally I snapped. I said, that is it. I am going to quit this job. No, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to. And nobody's going to put up with your perverted mouth. I said, everything out of your mouth is filthy, unnecessary, stupid. You insult me every day. You tell me every day how fat I am. You don't like my haircut. You don't agree with beards. I have a beard. So what? I have a right to have a beard. I don't like beards. Well, you don't have to wear it. Well, I think it should be a law that nobody should be able to wear a beard. Stupid stuff out of his mouth, and I have to deal with every day. So that's why I grow a beard, because you're not going to sit there and tell me I cannot have a beard or get my hair cut a certain way or what clothing to wear or whatever. Then he told me to stop wearing my medical scrubs because it made him feel like a patient, which he is. So I started wearing normal clothes. Oh, but those weren't good enough. Oh, well, that looks like white trash. Why don't you dress up nice? Why don't you wear like slacks and a butt? No, I'm not your butler. I'm cleaning. I'm cooking. I'm doing shopping. I don't have that kind of nice stuff. I'm not working in an office. So I either wear the medical scrubs or I wear a nice polo shirt, with a collar and some khaki shorts or pants. That's it. Like, I just say you don't say things like that to people. Oh, you look fat. Oh, that's ugly. That's an ugly shirt. Oh, I wouldn't really. Every day, it just gets to me and gets to me and gets to me and gets to me. And I keep it in and I keep it in. And then, it's just like, and finally I'm like, today I snapped. I banged on the counter. I'm like, that is it. I'm done. I am done with your mouth. I said, you are going to stop. With the insults and the perverted talk every 5 seconds out of your mouth. Oh, honey, take it off. Oh, look at that girl. Oh, I can't even mention the things you're gay, Steve. You must be a homo or something because you don't like women. I certainly do like women, but I am a Christian and I'm at work and I don't sit there degrading them and talking about them and thinking about them incessantly all my shift. I'm sorry. You're a pervert. I said, you are nothing but an old, spoiled brat, rich, snobbish pervert. I said, no girl could ever work here with you because they would sue you really fast. The things you say. You're creepy. I'm like, I let him have it today. I'm sorry, but I don't care. I should not have to be abused every day at work. I should not have to deal with this, and then he goes, well, you're poor. So, this, that. And I'm like, every day you remind me that I live in a trailer. And that it's not even mine. Every day you tell me how poor I am. I said, let me tell you something. I said, if I didn't bother wasting my time working at this go-nowhere job for you, as your servant and peon, making $15 an hour part-time because you're too cheap to give me 8 hours a day, I could be making more money somewhere else. A lot more money. Okay, I deal with this because it works with my schedule and because I happen to like you. And because I know that nobody else will stay here and take care of you the way I do because of the way you are. Your sister even told me you've had so many staff leave on you because you're impossible. So I stay here and put myself through this to try to grow in virtue, patience, sanctity. I've had enough. I have warned you. You're going to end up in hell if you don't stop. You're an atheist. You don't believe in God. You mock God. You make fun of my religion. I say grace before each meal. I got to eat with the guy. You know, he mocks that. I mean, every day. And I'm just getting so frustrated with everything and everybody now. And that is not good for me, because that's what the devil's doing. He's bringing me down by showing me how unhumble I am, how non-meek I am, how unvirtuous I am. You know, if he can't get you one way, he gets you in another. And I look around this world, and everyday society is getting worse by the day. More and more shootings, people cutting me off in traffic, everything. I mean, there's just no morality, no ethics, no love of neighbor, nothing, no fear of God. I don't even want to be around society anymore. I want to live as a monk somewhere, away from people. Let them kill themselves out here. I can't stay. And I got to work for these people. And I got to risk my life every day getting in the car on the highway there and back every day, long trip to work. For what? And spend half my paycheck on gas, okay? And remain poor and a peon and being treated like dirt by everybody everywhere. So you're darn right I've been putting my foot down. Enough is enough. Is there a kick me sign on my back? And you mistake my meekness for weakness. I put up with a lot from people at church, from people at my fife and drum, from people in the Knights of Columbus, from people at work, everywhere. Then I gotta go out in public, and it's like I'm invisible. People run me over with their stupid carriages in the store. I'll be standing in line, somebody cuts right in front of me as if I haven't been standing there for 10 minutes. Hello? And I try not to say anything. I'm not perfect. I try not to say. But after a while, man, it's never going to stop, because these people aren't going to stop. And I just wish Jesus would hurry up and come and end everything. Honestly, forget this world. Forget these people. They're not going to repent. There's no godliness in them. There's no holiness. There's no righteousness. There's no honesty. There's no integrity. It's so hard to find good employees. And when you are one like me, you get peed on and stepped all over and mistreated. What has happened to mankind? And ever since 2020, it got so much worse. Is there something in that stupid vax that I'm not aware of that's made everybody unhuman? I need prayer, because I'm not at peace. And I'm bored. I am bored with my life. Every day, the same old monotony, boring, like just nothing changes. Every day is the same old, same old. Some days I'm wiping butts and cleaning up poop off the floor. Other days, but every day I'm nothing but a little lowly, underpaid servant, unappreciated. Then I go out into the world and nobody treats me right. Even people who are supposed to like me and treat me right don't. And it's just for what? I could have been wealthy beyond my dreams so many times. Nobody believes that because I don't actually have it. But I turned it down. Now I'm wondering, what was I thinking? I mean, I don't like that can't beat 'em, join 'em thing, but I could have been a pretentious, wealthy, good-looking snob whore. But instead I chose to take a virtuous path. Now, in my youth, up until around 30, 31, even though the Blessed Mother and Jesus came into my life with a major conversion around 26, it still took a few years to come out of that lifestyle. But I used to sleep around. I was in Hollywood. There's things I don't even dare mention because people couldn't handle it, and they would never appreciate my ministry anymore, because they wouldn't realize that God took me from something like a Saul and made him a Paul. No, they would just hold it against me. So I don't even bother getting into details anymore about who I used to be and where I came from. But I am I'm swimming upstream, literally. Like, I feel like I'm swimming up Niagara Falls here. The whole world is just plummeting down, and I'm trying to go opposite direction here. And it is hard. And, anybody who's truly trying to live a Christian life, who wants to go to heaven, they get this. So this is for you guys to pray for me and to understand I am not perfect. I am not holy. I try to be. I am certainly not a saint. Clearly, Satan reminds me every day with the thoughts he puts in my head from my past. I can never forget. The pornography that's dumped in my head all day long. The people that I come across every day, the way I get treated every day. Like, it's just, it's like you wish for death and it doesn't come. And I'm trying to be strong for people. I'm trying to encourage people to be Christians. But, I see most people who claim to be Christians, but they're not dealing with all this. And it's not because God hates me. It's because he's got a more important purpose, apparently. Or because I'm actually trying to really cross all my T's and dot all my I's. Like, I'm really trying to do this right. And the rest of the people maybe just go to church on Sunday and they live like the rest of the world, lukewarm, whatever. But they're not being persecuted because they're not, or being tested every day because they're not really on fire for God. So the few of us who are, and let me tell you why I am. Because I came from a very hell-bound lifestyle. And God could have let me die so many times and rightly thrown me into the deepest recesses of hell. But when he showed me he was giving me a chance and he loved me when no one else did, I fell in love with him and I said, you know what? I'm on board. Even if it kills me, count me in. If you'll let me go to heaven, I will do whatever it takes. I'm here. I'm yours. And that is why I am the way I am now. The harder the sinner, when they convert and they become on fire for God, the more on fire, more passionate and loud and bold they are when they're a Christian. Because we came such a long way that only God can do. He did this in me. And it was a very big feat. Only God himself could do that. I mean, everybody else I used to hang out with has not changed at all. They're still living their lives of sin exactly as I left it. And they don't even care. They hate me now because I changed and they think I'm wasting my life. You're not having any fun. You're miserable. We're rich. We're happy. We're famous. We're sleeping around. We're doing whatever we want. Vacations twice a year. Look at you, Mr. Christian, preaching all this virtue, but you don't have nothing. How's it working for you? I'll let you know when I'm in heaven and you're burning in hell for eternity. How's it working for you? And 10,000 years later, I'll look over to the great abyss and I'll see you still burning like a candle. How's it working for you? How was it worth it? Was it worth it? Because I could play this game too. Was it worth it? You think that just because you have everything now and everything's so wonderful, that you're better than people like me. That we're stupid for being Christian. You will see very soon that we were right. And you're going to be begging God to forgive you. Okay? But you wait. Even if it takes your deathbed before you find out. And I hope not. Because let me tell you something. I would not be doing what I'm doing if I did not know there's a very real, terrible hell awaiting us if we don't make it. You have no idea what I have seen and what I have been through and what I know. Why else? Unless I'm absolutely insane and must have fallen down and whacked my head, I am not insane. So I'm either insane or I know something you don't. I'm telling you I'm not insane. So you had better start paying attention. Do what you want to do. Live your life. Be an atheist. I don't care. You're the one that's going to deal with it. But I'm trying to tell you, somebody like me does not leave a lifestyle and an up-and-coming career in Hollywood, okay, and throw away millions of dollars and leave everything and never have sex in over, 15 years now? I mean, radical change. Radical change. Why would I do that if I did not know something for sure? I would I would let you put a gun to my head right now and pull the trigger before I ever denounce what I know. That is how sure I am. So sure. Bring it on. Kill me. I know what's going to happen to me. I know where I'm going. I'll die a martyr. Go ahead. Because you know what? I know. And you're never going to take that away from me, what I have seen, what I know to be true. And that is that Jesus Christ is real. The Bible is true. Heaven and hell are real. And you and I had better get our stuff together and make it up there. That's all I'm saying. If you're wasting your life down here like the majority, just enjoying your life, thinking you're just going to go to heaven because you're a good person. By whose standards? Certainly not by a holy, righteous God. Okay? You don't even know him because you don't read his word and you don't walk with him. So of course you don't know him. And so you have no clue. And I get so mad because I spend so much of my life and time and energy preaching to this fallen world, trying to reach as many souls as I can, and nobody's coming. It's going in one ear and out the other, over their head. They don't watch my videos. What else can I do? God already came down here, died a horrible death on a cross for you, went back up, raised the dead. Now he sends people like me out here, and you still don't listen. So, you know what? Who's the crazy one? Not me. Not us holy roller Bible banging Christians. No, it's you deaf, dumb, blind, materialistic, whorish, ungodly, heart of stone individuals. You are the crazy ones. You're crazy for giving up a relationship with Almighty God. You are crazy for giving up eternity in heaven. You are crazy to live a diabolical, hellbound lifestyle with the majority. You are crazy to not love God and to love neighbor. You are crazy to put all your eggs in one basket down here and make everything about sex and pleasure and money and status. You are crazy. But yet, you're going to call me crazy because I don't do what you do. No, I have integrity. I have a soul that I'd like to get to heaven. I know something you obviously don't know. Okay? I am courageous. Okay? There's a lot of good in me. I'm courageous because you cowards can't live a Christian life. I am perseverant. Okay? I'm a lot of things, but I am not crazy. I might not be the best poster child to be putting up for a Christian billboard. I'm sorry, I'm not the best saint, okay? I'm not holy and saintly, and maybe I speak like a trucker sometimes and I get angry. What do you expect? How else can I reach a world like you? A society like this? You don't want to hear, you try. Nobody wants to hear just some old preacher up there, kumbaya. Nobody cares. But when I talk like this, like the rest of you people you hear, because this is how I got to talk to get through to you. What a sad, pathetic, just, my God, every day I apologize to God for mankind. We are getting what we deserve. And far more is coming soon. And I'm telling you, don't you dare cry out to God saying, oh, why are you doing this to us? We brought it on ourselves. And we deserve what we're going to get. And you better hope you make it to heaven after all this. That's all I'm going to tell you. So I'm done. I'm done venting. I had to, because I don't want to go back to work and be angry at this guy or quit my job out of anger. I'm just so tired. I'm not perfect, but I am trying to be good and holy and godly, and I'm just surrounded by a world who isn't. And I'm just getting tired of being beaten every day, verbally abused, physically abused. You know, people say the stupidest things to me. I'm some dumb 5-year-old who was just born yesterday and doesn't know how to do anything. I mean, the guy doesn't even think I know how to figure out how to use the dishwasher. I have the same one. I actually have a newer model at the house. Okay. Yeah, I know how to use the dishwasher. Thanks. You know, after 2 years, I try not to let these things bother me, and Satan wins all the time because it does bother me. And maybe because I still have too much pride or ego in there, and I'm not humble enough so that I can, not get so easily offended and irritated. But it's not just this guy. It's everybody in my life's been taking a crack lately, ignoring me, not being there for me, not, disrespecting me, not including me. And what is going on? I am a human being too. I have feelings too. Did I kill somebody that I forgot about? Did I commit some terrible crime recently that I'm not aware of? I mean, for everybody to treat me as if I'm the worst person on the earth? That you can't have a beer with me at a bar. You can't even talk to me. You can't sit with me at church and talk to me. You can't invite me places. You can't let me part of your life or be part of my life. I'm not worthy of friendship. Companionship? Fellowship? You got to talk, and when you do talk down to me, you got to correct me and rebuke me all the time? You can't just accept me as I am? When I got to accept you as you are? Oh man, you know what? I got a lot of Christians out there claiming to be Christian, but you don't act Christian. Not even towards another fellow brother in Christ. Me. If you can't treat me right, you're doing it wrong. Because I am pretty forgiving and easygoing. I don't ask much. I put up with a lot. And you still treat me this way. Wow. I'd hate to see how you treat an enemy. Bunch of hypocrites. This whole planet. Hypocrites. All of us. Done.